So I've got a question for you. The thumbnail that you just saw when you clicked on this video, what market do you think that is? You see, when I'm trading the markets, guys, and I really want to encourage you to do is that not be following the herd around these markets that's already made big moves. I'm always looking for what is that market that's likely to make the next big move so I can take advantage of that. I'll share with you obviously what that market is in this video today. So don't worry, I'll share with you what that thumbnail is all about. But I also want to talk to you about these other markets and that mentality of getting in before the move, not jumping in after the move has actually happened, right? So if I give you an example, like the trades that I'm in right now is around metals and miners. This has been my main focus around these markets because I saw these were the markets that's likely to have that next move, right? Now, obviously, you need a really good trading system, right? If you don't actually have a trading system, guys, and you would like to learn my trading system for free, I'm running a free training today. That first link in the description, you can click on that, go register, and when you get access to the free training, I'll teach you all the details about the actual system that I use that helps me identify there's some really good opportunities. So the reason why I'm saying this here is that if I bring this up to here, right? Let me bring this up to here and I bring this over to here. So the thing for me was SLV as an example. So for example, like I'm actually in SLV, have been for a while now when it comes to options, and I'm up quite nicely here. Really nicely here. Me and my 1% group are just, doing so amazing. I have a coaching club group called the 1% group where they're with me every day. And my goodness, like there was a beautiful trade there that someone just made 250% return in one day. That actually happened today, by the way, as I'm doing this recording for you. And then all these traders are just doing, I'm so grateful for them. They're doing so well. I call it the 1% group. If you're interested in joining that, guys, there's that second link in the description there. You can apply for it. And the one thing that I'm always looking for these markets that's likely to make the next move, right? So that's the reason why I'm in silver right now myself. Now, this is for trading purposes. I do have a long-term buy and hold account, but that's not what I'm talking about here, okay? Now, investing purposes, or trading purposes, mean I'm looking to trade. I'm in silver. And the reason why is because I saw silver was getting ready to have a nice move. I saw that was the next market to have a nice move. And so far, everything's been working out well. Actually, by the way, FYI, I do see silver potentially getting up to around the 42 level. So that could be, if I bring this up to here, this level here, you can see that if I bring this chart down the bottom here, see that 42 level? That's that next major resistance up the top there on the weekly chart. So that's where it looks like it's about to go to. And if you watched my videos for the last few days, you would know that I actually called this breakout here. What did I say? I said the market's going for sideways here, so I expect more move to the upside. And that's what we're getting so far. The actual gold price, the GLD, is just holding here. So this is actually really nice. This is what you expect. So this is what I expected as well too. I expected this market just to go sideways for a bit of time. The reason why it needs a bit of time to rest, right? We had this really nice move to the upside, and then we're just holding here now. So I'm expecting after this sideways movement, there could be a really good trading opportunity. Now, I'll give you a bit of a tip of what I'm actually looking for myself. Let me go. I'll bring up the big screen for you, all this wide screen, so you can see what I'm looking for. So what I'm looking for is this. I'll show you exactly what I'm looking for, so you can see how I take advantage of these trades here. What I'm looking for is see this green moving average. This is a bare minimum here, right? Bare minimum. If I'm looking for a high probability trade that could last a couple of weeks, right? On a couple of weeks. This is what I'm looking for. Again, you see all the details on that webinar below, but this is exactly what I'm looking for. I know the market works in two different phases. We have energy using phase where the market's going up through here, right? And then that's when the market goes up through that. So it goes through different phases, right? We go through energy using, energy building, sideways, meaning we go sideways, then we go through energy using. This actually dropped through here, was another energy building phase, energy using, and now we're going through a massive sort of energy. This all here was an energy using phase. Sorry, energy building phase, where it's building energy. When the market's not moving up or down, it's going sideways. That's when the market's resting, it's refueling, getting ready for another move, okay? Now, one thing I found, and as you can see back here, this is a great example back here. I'll show you an exact trade that I took, so you can see I'm looking for a replica of that because it's just the system, right, guys? Like I promise you, the one thing that over my trading career, when I first started trading, I was $250,000 in debt. And that was my first 5 years because I had no idea what I was doing, right? One thing I've learned is that as soon as I started to identify just a couple of different main trading patterns that seem to work most of the time, when I started utilizing that and I started utilizing things like options of it that give me a bit of leverage, even on the stock market, and this obviously works for all markets. I traded crypto this year as well too, platinum and so on and so forth. That's all it is, right? It's just a repetitive system. So if you're not doing really well at trading right now, I promise you one of the biggest things you're doing right now is you don't actually have a consistency of a system. See, every day when I'm looking at the markets, I trade the same system, meaning that this trade back, there was a trade back here, and let me actually take you back to the time here. So what do we get, right? So there's two different phases, right? We have an energy using phase, right? When the market's buying, when the market's going up, we're using a lot of energy to do that, right? We're using a lot of energy to buy when the market's buying up through there. Then I go through what's called an energy building phase, right? When the market goes sideways. We build energy, we build energy, we build energy. And then after it's built a bit of energy, we're getting ready to we're now refueled, we're rested, R&R, rest and relax. And now we're getting ready to go for another move to the upside through there, right? So energy using and the market's going up. And then after a period of time, we need to rest. But now we're fully rested, we're ready to what? Go for another energy using phase, right? So same with me, I'm a boxer. Or I'm in boxing training now, and I'm starting to get a lot more serious now with my boxing, right? A lot more serious with my cardio and heavy bag work and classes, and making sure everything's good and starting to do sparring and so on and so forth, because I've got my fight coming up very soon. And so therefore, guess what? I have a good boxing session. I need a rest, right? After I've rested, I'm ready to go for another good boxing session. So that's typically what ends up happening. And as you can see, when the market goes up and then it goes sideways, but see how it goes overall sideways? That's the energy building phase. But see the green moving average. See, this green moving average is a 24 moving average, and the 24 moving average is like a momentum indicator. Okay, so it's like a momentum indicator, meaning it shows you where short-term momentum. So if I can get a resting phase, and then the moving average is trending up through there, I call it the L-shaped pattern with a strong moving average. There's the meaning. If I show you this here, and I know this sounds really simple, guys, and if you're trading the markets, it can be this simple. Now, if you start to say, but this moron's not including the inflation and the interest rates and all that sort of stuff, who cares about that? I'm going to be in and out of this thing in 2 weeks. Who cares about inflation? Why are you using inflation to help you trade the markets? Inflation is not going to help you have a good trade this week or even this month. That's inflation's a big data number, right? Inflation and unemployment. Don't be factoring that. You're a trade. If you're a trader of the markets, man, you're getting in and out in, say, a day trade, or you're getting in and getting out within, say, a week or two, or sometimes, like for me, I'm in a trade for a couple of months. Who cares about inflation data? This is short-term movement at the end of the day. Use technical analysis, use setups, right? So for me, the number one trading pattern I like to use is when the market goes up, it goes sideways, which is really called the L-shaped trading pattern. As you can see, or the upside down L-shaped trading pattern. And then what I'm looking for in this example with my green moving average, I'm looking for the moving average to come up like that through there. And then what I'm looking for is I'm looking for the market to break up. If I get something like that, like this pattern here, it's called the upside down L-shaped pattern with a strong moving average, and there's a massive probability I'm going to do that through there. That's all I need to be successful. Hint, tip. That's all we use to be successful. Right? Is the L-shaped trading pattern and then the breakout. Don't believe me? Guess what? Okay, class in session. So, look at this here. Up, see the L-shaped trading pattern? What's the moving average doing at the time? What happened here? What was this here? See the breakout there? Then what happened? That's called a nice trade, right? You're in it, you hold it for a couple of weeks, you get out up here, you have a nice little profit, you go find another L-shaped trading pattern, right? It just works, and it's amazing. L-shaped trading pattern is amazing. And this works on all types of pitches. FYI, if you notice that I've been calling for a gold breakout just recently. So this breakout on gold that's happening recently, if you've been following me now for the last few weeks, you would know that I've been saying I'm getting ready for another move out of gold. What made me call that? We use the same analysis on the weekly chart. What did I say? L-shaped trading pattern with a strong moving average. Why do you think I was saying that gold's likely to have another move to the upside? Up, sideways, strong moving average. Why are we getting a good breakout here over the last few weeks? Oh, because it's the pattern. You see what I'm saying here? And at the end of the day, what is this? This is just a nice sideways moving average with a strong moving average. Sideways period with a strong moving average. That means all you're after is the market to do this. And if you can get something like that going on, and then you get a moving average coming up like that, guess what? There's a high probability we're going to break and we're going to go for a nice move. You see what I'm saying here? Like, traders, this is how simple it can be, right? And again, guys, like I've even for the last year, I've actually put my equity curve. So if you think I'm full of crap, you can see my equity curve. I did it for the last year, or for last year, and I share them this year as well too. But also, you can see all the testimonials of people that have actually done my coaching program. And the reason I'm saying that is yes, I believe my coaching program is the best out on the planet because the results that we achieve, like 250% today, amazing, right? On a day trade. Now, what was that 250%? Let me show you this here. That 250% that one of my coaching clients did today. You guys are do you see it? What is this? What is this? Tesla. Because it was a day trade, he utilized options. What is this? This is what? Sideways moving sideways. See the moving average coming up through there? Oh, and then remember I said before, and then you get the breakaway bar and then you get the move up. I'm not full of crap here, guys. Like I'm telling you right now, like if you are over, now notice one thing here. What am I doing here? Chart one moving average, simples. People think you need, where's the indicators, John? What about the inflation? Don't do that. I've been doing this for 20 years, guys, right? Really, my first 10 years was horrible, right? It was going down all the rabbit holes of doing all these bad mistakes. And then I realized all I need is a simple trading pattern. And if I have a simple trading pattern like this, sideways strong moving average, and when we do get the breakout, and when we start to break out, we're likely to see a nice move to the upside. Ooh, you see what I'm saying here? So, and then again, this was a day trade because some of my traders are day traders and they're waiting for these patterns, and just incredible, right? So you could see an L-shaped trading pattern, guys. Why did I SIL? All right, I'm in SIL right now. I'm in SLV and I'm in SIL. Why did I get into SIL and why am I still in it right now? Say it with me. Now, for the daily charts, I like to use is either a 24 or at least on the other one I like to use is a 52, the moving average. But it's the pattern, right? Look at this here. Sideways. See the moving average coming up through here? Look at the moving average. See the moving average coming up? If you get a sideways period and a strong moving average, there's a massive probability that when we break, aka here, we're likely to be breaking up and having a nice move. And which is what? This is why I call it the L-shaped trading pattern, because we go up overall and we go, it's actually the upside down L-shaped trading. Upside down L-shaped trading pattern like that with a strong moving average when they come together like here, right? When we come together right here and they start to here. Why do you think I'm in the SIL right now? Because it's the same trading pattern. See what I'm saying here? So the whole thing about this here is that I like to use the 52 here and also sometimes the 24. On the 24 on a bare minimum, but sometimes the sideways will go a little bit longer before it gets to the 52 and then go. So I'm going to go back to the GLD trade now for you, the GLD, and show you exactly what I'm actually going to look for. So I'm going to show you what I'm looking for a high probability trade setup. Now, can you guess what I'm looking for? Let me see. So I just talked about the trades. I've just talked about 3 or 4 or 5 different examples. One example of a day trade that one of my clients did today. He did a day trade utilizing options, 250% return. I'm showing you the trades I'm in right now. This trade here right now, as I speak, I've been in for the last few months, is at 250% return. I've been in SLV for quite some time. Why do you think I'm still in SLV? Because, say it with me, because we've got the sideways period, strong moving average. See what I'm saying? So if we go back to the GLD, what am I looking for? I'm looking for a bare minimum of what? You see what I'm saying here, guys? Like, the pattern works. What am I looking for? I think we're looking for up and sideways, and we're at least looking for at least the 24 to come up through here, get a good breakout, and we're likely to see a nice move for a few weeks. Again, this is a short-term trade. Now, when I say short-term trade, this here is anywhere between 70 to maybe even 100% return on options. That's why, and again, this is what's called a shorter-term trade, right? Short-term trade. I'm in and out within a week. So if I'm looking for something like that on a bare minimum to know that give me a high probability trading setup, guess what I'm looking for, right? I'm looking for, I'm looking for the stochastics and the MACDs, and no, don't get that path, right? Don't get that, right? And the whole thing about this, guys, I'm trying to show you many examples that's happening right now, and FYI, oh, I'm bringing up a PowerPoint. This is my equity curve as of today, right? You can see the date here. See the date here? September 12th, 2025. So if you think I'm full of shit, and you can see, and again, that second link in the description there, guys, which is that second link in the description, which is a link to my coaching program, right? If you think I'm full of shit, I have no idea what I'm doing. Again, I just brought this PowerPoint up here. That's not the reason why I brought the PowerPoint up, but this is a screen. Look at this here. September the 12th, right? This is today, right? Look at the return. Look at my equity curve. The first few months was pretty bad. Went up, flat, and look what's been happening in the last 2 or 3 months. Really, really, really nice move, right? So I trade really well. But do you see what I trade what? L-shaped trading pattern. Anyway, I'm not saying you're going to do this here, by the way, guys. Results will vary. If you join my coaching program, I don't know. I can't guarantee any income, but this is my personal equity curve, my trading results, and here's the date here for year to date, flat for the first few months, and then look what's happening right now. Absolutely amazing. Anyway, the purpose of me bringing what I did want to show you is that the L-shaped trading pattern is exactly what I'm looking for. Right? Look at this here. Boom. Right? That's through there. This here, sideways period. And look, I have what? Look at all these screenshots here, and what do they all have in common? Say it with me. L-shaped trading. What is this setup here? What is this here? Oh, it is what? It's down. It's across. See the blue moving average coming down? Then we get what? The breakaway bar, and we have a nice move down. I'm looking for a system to give me a high probability of having a nice move in that direction, whether it's for a week or a couple weeks, and then boom, 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 right? I hope you can see what I'm looking at here. This is the reason why I just love my stuff so much, and then I can get into some other stuff as well too. Here we go. Here's another, they're all the same thing, right? Up, sideways, strong moving average. We get the breakaway bar, and we have this beautiful spike. This is a 1 minute chart on the futures markets. It works. What's this one here? Oh, this one here doesn't even have a moving average. But what does it have? Strong down, right? A little bit of like an L-shaped trading pattern or slight L. Sometimes you get that. Sometimes you might get something like that. What do we get? Large bar. There's the large bar. And this is the daily chart. And then for the first few weeks of this here, this actually continued down, by the way, from here. But you see what I'm saying here, right, guys? So you don't have to be guessing. No guessing, right? Look at this big move here. Foreign exchange. What is this? Say it with me, ladies and gentlemen. Down, across, moving average coming down. We get the breakaway bar. So sideways, strong moving average breakaway bar, move down. So what am I looking for? Oh, that's the blue moving average. On a bare minimum, what I'm looking for is I'm looking for the market to start to give me my L-shaped trading pattern with at least a strong 24, right? Because we have two moving averages. This here is the 52. The 52 is doing that, and the 24 is doing that, like something like that. What I now need is I need the market to continue going sideways here for another week or so. Give me something like that, and then we can start to see this market break up. And if we get something like that, then guess what? Then we're probably going to be heading up to around maybe that 400 level, maybe. We're probably lucky to go for another nice move if I actually use the gold price. I see a 4,000 target, so that would look like on gold, by the way. Now, guys, this is what I'm looking for a trading opportunity, right? I may not get this, meaning it may not set up, but that's okay. That'll be the 52 as an example. You can see the 24 coming up through there. If we can go sideways for a week or two, just to hold here, and then we break back up, that's going to be a really nice move. So you see what I'm saying here, guys? So you guys can do so well. A lot of people think I'm full of shit and I have no idea what I'm talking about and I don't even trade. I'm like, you know, it's like, oh my goodness. Again, I've actually shown you my real equity curve today. I didn't mean to show you that, but I was showing you the things. I've showed you my real equity curve today. And when you click on that second link in the description, and when you apply for my coaching program, and when you speak to me on the phone, you're going to see that this is one of the best decisions you're going to ever make. Not only from showing you my results, but then also showing you the testimonials on here as well too. Again, I'm not guarantee you this. Obviously, trading's hard. It takes you a while. That's why you're with me for a whole year, not just a few months or a few days. This is not just an educational. This is not some course, right? This is a full-on immersion every day for an hour or two. Full-on immersion about trading setups, trade management, emotional management, risk management, cutting your losses short, letting your wins run, and trading setups and all that sort of stuff, right? So it's about complete mastery from here. And again, guys, I hope you can hear my voice here, right? It's like, guys, my story is when I've been doing it for 20 years. When I first started trading, my first 5 years, I was $250,000 in debt. I had no idea. I was 5 years like, this is horrible, right? But I had no idea how to think about these markets, how to approach these markets, how to get involved with these markets. It's like, what do I do, right? And before that, I barely finished school, and I went and worked for my dad as a landscape gardener. Well, not even a landscape gardener, I was a landscape laborer. I was just doing the laboring jobs, right? So that's where I grew up from. I didn't grow up in financial markets or something like that. I always grew up in, you know, a big family, mum and dad, and big families. And I had 5 brothers, 2 sisters, 7 kids, mum and dad, you know, and that's where I grew up from. And my dad was always like, you want to make money, son, you got to work really hard, really hard, laboring stuff. So, and then fast forward to where I am today. Now, by the way, it's a lot of a journey today to get to where I am today, right? First 5 years, horrible. Probably even my first 10 years, if I'm honest with you. My 20-year trading career, my first 10 years was hard as hell because I had no idea how to think about these markets. What's the real, how do I really think about these markets? How do I identify good short-term trades like I'm showing you here that might last a week? How to identify really good trades that might last a few months, like SIL, and have really big moves, explosive moves like this here, and you know, and all this other stuff. And the other market that I was talking about at the start of this video, that's likely to have a big move is. Let me ask you a question. Okay, quick, and I'm telling you right now, guys, you guys are gonna freak out. All right, so I'm about to bring up a chart. Okay, and you probably saw the thumbnail of this video. If you're still watching this, put in the comment section, I love L-shaped trading pattern. And hopefully the bots are not taking over my comment section again. My goodness, these bots are crazy. YouTube, I know your AI thing is listening to me. Stop all these bots. I'm trying to help my clients. I'm trying to help these YouTube folks. Stop the bots, please. AI, YouTube, I know you're listening to me. So, let me ask you a question. Out of everything I just said here, and by the way, do you know what's so amazing about this? Do you see how it's actually just one simple trading pattern that gives me a high probability of having a nice move? I'm not even looking at indicators. Like really, some of the times, guess what? It's chart, one moving average. That's why when you go join my webinar, that first thing in the description there, you go. The title says, how I trade 1 hour a day using one moving average. Now you know. By the way, if you are using these indicators, stochastics, MACDs, I promise you, you're confused, right? You're confused. I was once there. This is how I used to trade. I always keep this screenshot up here just to show you guys. Look at this. This is how I used to trade. Guess what my results were? Not even a quarter of what I do right now. The results I make right now, and I showed you my real equity curve of what my equity curve actually looks like. You can see what I've done in the last couple of months, right? This is horrible because do I get in? Do I get out? Do I stay in? Do right? And I just this here was, do I get in? And when I'm in, when do I get out? And it was just horrible, right? Horrible. I'm just really. And traders, for my story, from what I said before, right? When I grew up, I had no idea about the financial markets. So when I first started 20 years ago, when I started getting access to these markets, I had no idea. What is a trend line? What's support resistance? What's an up day? What's a down day? What's a doji? What's sideways? What's a moving average? What's stochastics? Scalping, swing trading, Fibonacci's, extensions, right? Futures markets, foreign exchange markets, gold, silver, 5-minute charts, daily charts, multiple time frames. Looking, oh my goodness. Right, but that's called the discovery phase. I had to go through that, right? And generally what ends up happening, you go through all this stuff, right? You go through all learning all this sort of stuff, and then guess what ends up happening? You use that only, and and this is the thing that makes you the money. Now, for me, I had to go through all that learning to realize 80% of the stuff out there is a complete waste of time, because it actually didn't move the needle for me. But once I started to understand a very simple trading pattern, the L-shaped trading pattern with a strong moving average, it gave me a high probability that when we got the breakout, I was going to have a nice trade. So if that's the thing that's going to give me a high probability trade, and I can start to utilize things like options, and I can start to do things like this SIL right now is at a 250% return, right? And then my SLV trade, put those things together, I'm just over 300% return in the last month. You see what I'm saying here? But all this stuff here was a complete waste of time, right? All this stuff here, now, it wasn't a complete waste of time. I had to learn what to do. Now, I'm going to go back to this here. I'm going to show you I'm going to finish off this video now with what the thumbnail is all about. And the reason why I went through this entire video through this here, because I'm trying to show you it's not lucky. Success in the market's not about being lucky. If I try to think my way into a good trade, I'm always going to lose money. But if I get into a trade like, oh, this is the pattern that I trade, now I'm on somewhere. I promise you, if you are losing a lot of money right now and you haven't been doing really well this year, I promise you, because of the one thing, you don't have the consistency of a trading plan, or at least the trading pattern that you look for. Now, to finish off today's video for you, right, and to show you why I'm so excited for you, because once you start to get this, again, my background was landscape gardening, guys. You know, laboring, and then after having a fallout with my dad, I started washing cars for a living, and you know, there's massive freeways being built, and I planted thousands of plants along the sides of the freeways. You know, if I planted 1,000 plants, probably 999 of them are dead right now because they weren't planted properly. I hated that job, right? In the sun and sweating, and oh my goodness, and yeah, you guys know what I'm saying here, right? So that's where I grew up from. Now, I've worked out a way, and the way that I trade right now myself is I trade 1 or 2 hours per day. I like to get into trades like this, SIL, down the bottom here, right? I get in here on SIL. I wait for the move up in 1-2 months, do that through there, make a lot of money, go rinse, recycle, repeat, and continue on. Now, to finish off today's video for you is this. What pattern do you think I'm about to show you? That thumbnail on this video that you clicked on to watch this, right? What trading pattern do you think I'm utilizing? Is it a secret system? Now, when it comes to the chart pattern, what is the chart pattern? What is the pattern that I said before, right? Now, a bearish pattern is what? The L-shaped trading pattern. But the thumbnail was a bullish pattern, right? I said this is about to start a very big bull move no one's talking about after 18 years. So if it's a bullish trading pattern, it's got to be what? It's got to be the up and sideways, right? Makes sense with me so far? So let me show you this here. I'm going to bring up a logarithmic chart here, and I'm going to go down to, you guys are going to freak out when I show you this. Oh, I love this stuff. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. It's just amazing. What is this? This is XOM on a logarithmic chart on a monthly chart. Why did I say whatever I said? I didn't even know what I put in the title, but I promise you, actually I don't promise you because I don't know definitely what's going to happen, but this is the setup that's likely to make a really big move. Why? What's the pattern that I'm firstly looking at? Oh, it went up for about a year or two, and now 3 years it's done nothing. There's the L-shaped trading pattern, or the upside down L-shaped trading pattern. Now what I'm looking for this thing to start to break up through here. And once we do that, then I have some targets around 180 and then maybe 250. That's just using the extensions. It may last May last a lot longer there, right? Now, remember I said before, this works on all time frames. What was the second thing that I look for to help me gauge momentum in this market? I have the L-shaped trading pattern or the upside down shaped pattern. What was the second thing that I say I used? The moving average, right? There's the moving average. What's the moving average doing right now? You see, guys, I'm not making this stuff up. It's the same thing. You're right. The thing is, right, from you to go from not successful and not doing really well to doing really well is what? Just having a really powerful trading pattern and focusing on this pattern alone. Right? And then guess what? And then you see, what is this? Whether it's a daily chart, weekly chart, doesn't matter. This is a monthly chart. Up, sideways, strong moving average. So if we get a break up here, guess what's likely to come over a couple of year period? Right? A couple of years. Let me show you gold. This is nothing new, right, guys? This is nothing new. Why did gold have such a big move over the last couple of years? Say it with me, guys. Say it with me. What? Because we went up. We had an overall sideways movement. Now, when I say overall sideways movement, it's generally just choppy like that. That's what a sideways movement really is, right? At the end of the day, it's just sideways. But it went up and then went overall sideways. There's the strong moving average. There's your breakout on the monthly chart. And we've now spent 2 years going up. Oh, what is this back here? John, what's this back here? It's the L-shaped trading pattern. Market go up, market goes sideways. We have another nice move to the upside. So the whole thing is that I know I have a high probability when it breaks, we're going to have a nice move. Then when it comes to that, then I need to use good trade management techniques to manage the trade so I don't get out too early, but I try to maximize the trade at all. So if I go back to XOM now, you'll be able to see how, by utilizing exactly, and again, this is just based off extensions here, that we could be getting ready for one incredible move. And if it does reach my higher targets up here, then we could be getting ready for over 100% move over the next year or two on this particular market here. Now, we're not there yet, but I'm trying to show you that if it's a daily chart, then I might get a good move for a couple of days. For a couple of weeks. If it's a weekly chart setup, I can get a trade. I can get a nice move generally for a couple of months or more. But then when we start to get a monthly setup here, where the monthly chart has been doing has been doing nothing for about 3 years. When it breaks, we could be getting ready for one really big move. And this is the secret to your success, guys. It's not following the herd. Gold has already made a big move. Let's go find other markets that's likely to start the move, right? We want to get in at the start of a new bull market. Let's go scan the market because there's all these other markets that most people are not focusing on right now. That's where the hidden gems are. And guess what? Just like gold 2 years ago, no one's going to be talking about that. Watch what happens in 2 years from now. Guess what everyone's going to be doing? Oh, you should be in the energy sector. Why? Because it's up here, but you had the early warning signs, and all it is what? Just a nice upside down L-shaped trading pattern or a sideways pattern with a strong moving average. You saw that, and then over the course of a couple of years, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, this thing starts to take on some serious moves to the upside. Everyone's shocked about it, but now you know the insider secret. By the way, traders, if you're serious about leveling up your trading, I've opened up 10 spots to my Inner Circle coaching program. This is where I share all my best trading strategies I trade every single day. You get access to my scans that I use all the time as well too. Every single week, I do a live weekly group coaching session for the Inner Circle group. And my whole goal there is to help you become a well-rounded master trader. Emotional management, trade management, letting your profits run, cutting losses short, and all the different discipline, patience, all the different areas to help you become a well-rounded master trader. And also, you get access to an exclusive committed group of all the Inner Circle group so you can communicate with them. And that's our private Inner Circle group as well too. But this is what I want you to do right now. This is only application only. We're only looking for committed traders. And if you're ready to go, then that's for you. There should be a link in the description there, or go to getjohntop.com right now. Go fill out the application form. It's only for the first 10 only, because I like to keep the group really small. So go there right now. Go to getjohntop.com right now. Go fill out the application form, and I will personally be speaking to you on the phone, and we'll go from there to see if you're a good fit for what I'm looking for. Speak to you soon, traders.